You'll never guess, but this morning I stumbled upon an infomercial about a seminar on the fusion of gugak and French chanson. You know me, the fusion of our Korean culture with the French tones of chanson. Absolutely irresistible. So, I decided to head down. Upon entering, it was an orchestra of sights and sounds that tasted like a perfect soiree, filled with small, round Korean rice cakes and a glass of Bordeaux. A refreshing yet surprising delight. Dr. Kim was the speaker, remember him? He led the seminar I attended on pansori influences on K-pop the other month. Anyway, he kicked off with an introduction that traced the strings linking the distinctive beats of gugak to the soulful narratives of French chanson. The seminar room was buzzing, like a hive filled with intrigued bees, wanting to taste this nectar of musical fusion. Imagine the French accordion and the Korean gayagum creating a melody that's soothing and mesmerizing at the same time. Each musical note was a stroke on a canvas, an East meets West kind of art. The seminar was quite an adventure, a bowl of ramyun topped off with a sprinkling of camembert cheese, unexpectedly harmonious and full of soul. Couldn't help but chat about it with Hyejin, Max, and Pierre on our group chat. They were all intrigued, asking about the performance sequences and how these unexpected harmonies felt. Max even threw in the idea of incorporating some of the fusion elements into my dance routine. You know how much I enjoy pushing boundaries. That could be an exciting way to spice up my auditions. And hey, could be an interesting addition to a K-pop routine as well, don't you think? The conversation later took an interesting turn, moving from music to food. Hyejin tried a new protein pancake recipe, though she thinks my pastries still hold the crown. Agreed with her jokingly, of course. Go figure. We chat about music and end up talking about food. Standard procedure for us. But as I always say, one can never have too many hobbies. It just adds more spice to life, right? So there you have it. Musical fusion this morning with a pinch of foodie chat. A rather delightful day, I must admit. It's the kind of day that makes being a K-pop trainee an unpredictable, fun-filled journey. And just like a wildflower bouquet, hand-picked from the meadows, the fusion market was a bright splash of vibrance adorned in subtleties. Exactly right there, nestled between the Seoul Towers, was this quaint corner, a model of Korean and French cultural intermingling. Now, you know Chung-hee, right? Yeah, that sly woman, she glows brighter than her John stall during festivals, and there she was, lively as ever, orchestrating this magical little fiesta. Her heavy-set counter was a vibrant display of freshly made tteok, and of course her signature item, colorful macarons. Talk about a feed. My mouth was watering just by looking at the display. But the pulsating, real zinger was the symphony of sheer artistic skills at play. Beautifully crafted ceramic pots, skillfully blended with Sèvres porcelain and celadon curves, stood magnificently, echoing the finesse of our two cultures. Absolutely had to bring one back. It was screaming for attention. To snap through the buzz and the chitter-chatter, there was this moment when I got lost in the rhythm of a French song playing in the corner, its verses subtly laced with the hum of the gayagum strings, and it was pure magic. As an art and music enthusiast, it felt poetically beautiful, a melody of two cultures I hold close. Just in the back of it all, I could imagine myself practicing dance moves to it. Pierre suggested adding a French twist to my K-pop routine. I feel like it would match perfectly, honestly. Who knows? This unique blend might be the missing piece in my next audition. As usual, our chat went on like a well-oiled machine, switching gears from the artisan market to Max's quirky project, an AI-driven fusion music. I'm already intrigued, seriously, it sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi book. I'm hardly surprised, though. Aren't we the coolest bunch? Max, Pierre, Hyejin, and I, we've been blending our passions, culture, food, music for ages now, and it's always an exhilarating ride. And as the day comes to a close, my heart swells within an enchanting blend of joy and contentment, just like this Korean-French fusion market. You know how we keep talking about how it's the little things in life that bring so much joy? Well, let me tell you about my day. Us, enjoying a thriller movie night with French subtitles. It was like we were all huddled together in the living room just like the old times. Even though each of us was in our own corners of the city, the night still had that balmy, shared popcorn aroma, if you catch what I mean. It's beautiful, isn't it? How our shared love for thrillers and our moments of laughter and drifting conversations weave together, stitching us close regardless of the miles between us. Pierre enthused the idea of a horror binge. Remember his cheeky idea of watching funny bad horrors? I thought thrillers would be a better choice. More tension, more mystery. Sounds like a Chloe thing to do, doesn't it? And guess what? We opted to watch Parasite with French subs. Quite the treat, I must say. As the movie rolled, our chat mostly turned into key-tapping of nervous anticipation and occasional awe-inspiring moments. And oh, Heejin got there a bit late, had some trouble catching up with the subs, but we all kept the spoilers at bay, just adding to her suspense. As the tensions tore through the screen and straight into our comfy couches, and I looked at the time, I realized it was already late into the night. Time just slips away, doesn't it, when we're lost in thrilling plots and friendly banter? Sophie, Seoyeon, Ji-hoon, and we all absolutely loved it. It's all in the beauty of the moments that bind us together, the shared excitement, fun conversations, and the cozy, familiar comfort at the end of a long day. Yes, it was yet another night where we, against all miles and timelines, conjured a warm, shared space, strengthened our bonds, and lived a few hours of suspense and giggles.